Now it's recording.
Record.
Ah, yeah, it's recording now.
Yeah. So from the beginning, it will we will show you the. We cannot see ourselves.
No, but because of.
So this is the box that's doing all the measurements.
Can you see us, and or you just see the screen?
We can see you small and the client big.
So probably the new box look like it has this like stuff in it, but some people have this external. It is for recording of the magnetic stripes. And to this device is connected these two electrodes. The red one is always going to the left hand, and the red one, it means this, the color of the connector.
It might be good when you're explaining this part to have you guys as the big screen, so people can see better instead of the other thing.
Yeah. And then we will do this recording.
I'll stop sharing.
Okay. It's recording again.
It's not started. No, it started.
So this is the box, yeah? Some people have this connected external. Some people have this inside. This is for recording the magnetic stripes, then to give to their clients or to wear it on your hand.
So like on mine, since mine's inside, I only see that little dish thing. There's no...
Yeah, it is white, so you don't have a hole there. It is a white flap there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it's for recording of magnetic stripes. To the device, always connected to electrodes, that is always working basically. And especially I put this like to yellow alligator, because this is the red is here, the black is this one. And the red always go to left hand. So to connect the client, you put, take this cotton balls, 1 centimeter diameter, something like this. And you have to have the natrium chloride. It's a solution of the salt solution. So you have to, the percentage is, I'll tell you how much is it. It's
2.9% normal saline.
Yeah, because it's like almost like our sweat. So you have to do it wet to be good connection. So basically, sometimes clients they have smaller wrists or bigger. So you just have to, maybe when you have a client with a smaller wrist, you have to do it maybe a little bit bigger so it will connect better. Then 2 balls, you connect it to the client. So we take one and a red electrode to the left hand. This is the point. The point is MC7. In acupuncture it goes, yeah, I'll show it on mine. It is here. So it's like a little, you know, hole there. So you put this cotton ball there and then electrode
over
above, yeah.
And does it matter which way the cord coming out is going?
No, actually up or down.
Okay.
So now, and when the client is connected, basically this is how I'll show you how to connect. It's the first part, so it's easier to, when you have to connect the electrodes with, to measure stress test, to measure the virus or bacteria or parasites. So
can Jan hold his arms up again?
Yeah.
I know we're not supposed to ask questions now, but in the manual, it says like that yellow one should be, the clamp part should, the handle should be facing on the other side of him, on the outside. So
it doesn't matter. This is it's basically the important is that they are from this side of the hand. Because if you turn them to other side, then we will measure the preparate, so the drugs.
Well, in the manual for the general test, it makes a point of saying have the handle to the outside of, but I mean on the other side, it says the other side. When
you saw it like this, yeah.
That's what it says to do. Yes.
Because no, it actually doesn't matter. So
okay,
it's still here, yeah.
Yes.
So, for your, it's like sometimes it's easier for yourself to connect, but it's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay. If you, then I'll show you directly how to measure preparates. Then you have to, when you start to measure preparates, so you just take this electrode, turn the hand, and put it on this point. So both of them, you have to just turn. And then you can measure drug test, up to 5 preparates, yeah? So it doesn't matter also, you can put it like this.
Okay, great, because in the manual it says to do something, and since I don't know how important that is, I've been trying to do it a specific way.
Yeah, but this way is it's like this is it's also shown, but it doesn't matter which way this one is sensitive.
The important thing that this metal contact is here. It is like touching the skin.
Right.
Through a cotton ball.
Right.
So wait, I'll put it so like this. No, not like this, Yeah. So basically now we will, I'll show you the 2 more electrodes, yeah, to connect it. So this is how you test preparates, and we'll continue to the electrodes, how you place it, yeah. So this one right now for measure.
MC7.
Yeah, it's for the usual test, Monicor test. If you want to measure stress test or this like virus and bacteria, you take the external, this one cord with this one that should be plugged into this
headphone output.
Yeah, output
on the computer.
On the computer, so you put it in. We will not do it because you will not hear us anymore if we will put it there. And basically, you have to use only left hand when you're putting this or connecting this measurement. Also, you take 1 more cotton ball and take the left hand.
It's for stress test.
And 1 electrode that is black, you putting along to so here, and the other actually you can use, you all have in the package this one. So electrodes doesn't matter which you buy. It's like some people prefer different round or these ones. So you took this electrode also and put it, the red one, and put it in between of those 2 on the same hand. So
and so is there any difference between the efficiency of using a patch to an electrode? Because certainly the patches are easier when you're putting multiple things on, but I think I remember you all saying in the past that the clamps, what would you say, carry the frequencies a little better than the patches do. Is that correct?
You actually can use the how it's called, crocodile here also, but usually then you use this one to the points that is like we use it in
I'm sort of saying the opposite. Since the clamps are so unwieldy, especially if you're working on yourself, it's much easier to do just the patches. But I thought I remembered you all saying that the patches are not quite as conductive of the frequencies.
So that's why it's using only one here.
Okay.
And then we use
use the clamps if you possibly can, because they're actually better.
Yeah, actually right now it's like possible to, we have ordered the one new, I'll show you 1 second. There is existing this clamp.
Oh, new clamps, yeah.
Yeah, they just, they have from two sides.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So instead of those two, you put only this.
Oh, because when I'm trying to do the stress test on myself and have 3 things on one arm, it's definitely hard.
Yeah, instead, so you take these ones off. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then this one you took off and just put it here, one. And one here. It's gonna be possible to order soon. I think very soon. We ordered it for ourselves already. Then you have to do 2 of those cotton balls.
Right.
And basically it doesn't matter, so it goes from both sides. This one over, this one under. So it will be easier for probably to have only 2.
Okay. All right, thanks.
So, but basically you have to have connection of 3 here. So it will do the extra measurement, so for stress test. So, but then if with electrodes, variations of electrodes is we done. So we go to measurements, and from the beginning when we start the device, it's always saying that you have to remove the electrodes from the patient, and then it will test the electromagnetic field, I mean, and then we'll go,
can you do
we'll take it from,
we take it off.
And we will share the screen. Yeah.
No, I'm not here, so we need to.
So now we will show you also how to write down the patient for those who haven't done it yet. So press for new patient, surname, name J, date of birth. Oh, sorry. You have to start from the beginning.
0 and 9.
So, and choose the gender. So basically that's it. You don't have to write anything. So add to the list. Here he is now, AJ. So then you start to examinations. Can you still see the screen?
Can we see the what?
The screen.
Monicor program on the screen. Yes?
Yeah, I can see where you added the name, the patient.
Okay, very good. So
so we press for examination, and then here it comes. Warning, now device and surrounding space will test it. So we press OK, and the device, the electrodes have to be removed from the hands of the patient. It will take about 1 minute.
Okay, so I just tried doing all that, and I got to this point, and then it tells me my device isn't turned on. I think I have everything hooked up like I always have. And sometimes this happens, and I don't know what else to do.
Oh, check that when you start the program, it should show green circle, not red. If it shows red circle, it means that the device not connected or a driver not installed.
So maybe that the driver changed again?
No, it's same driver, but try to close the program and start again.
But the device
it was closed and I just started it again and it's not.
What circle it's shown, red or green?
I'm not at the screen that has a circle now, but.
Now you can see.
Yeah, it's showing red right now.
Red, okay, so check that device is connected and the one lamp is like here, it's power. Just power should be on the device, yeah.
Power
like
on,
this.
on
If it's not shown this lamp, so it's not connected then.
Right.
You know, this USB cord.
Yeah, the USB port is connected, but it wasn't. So if you start the program and the USB port is not connected, you have to restart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also that happened to me one time, and where the problem was the DIN cord into the device was not, it had gotten loose and just needed to be shoved in a little better. So
yeah.
It wasn't actually with the USB port, it was actually with the connection into the Monicor
device, yeah?
Device.
Okay, so you need to check all that this connection is okay. But yeah, it's strange that it's follow, it's just, it's not a good connection, you mean, to a device, yeah?
Or to the computer. Hello.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm just trying to do it again.
I think problem is that the driver not installed on your computer.
No, the driver's installed. I think it's because I only connected the USB afterwards.
Yeah.
You should connect first.
Yeah, and it wouldn't work no matter what, even though, yeah, so you have to exit and restart the whole thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
Is it working now? Is it green?
Yeah, I just got it to work.
Super. Then we'll connect Jan again to the device before measurement. Wait. Can you see?
What can you see now?
We can see where it's ready to start Monicor.
Okay, very good.
Super. Then we
connect again.
So the red electrode to the left hand and the cotton ball on the point MC7, and the black to the right. So the patient has to sit down comfortably, and we should mark here on the screen differential testing. So here it shows also how you have to put it, everything that we were talking about, and press OK. Then start Monicor. So it will take 2 minutes, about 2 minutes, and the average normal, that's like AECS, that is shows now with red line. Its usual norm should be between 15 and 65-70. If it's less than 15, it means that the flow of energy the person is lower. It can be because of person have very low metabolic processes, or very, very stressed, or, you know, in after some kind of damage cycle. Or opposite, if it's too big red line, it can be too much energy. So it's the patient can produce too much of it. It's like, it's usual people with high blood pressure, you know.
Victoria, would you point on the screen what you're talking about? The red lines where
this one, ECS.
Okay. Yeah.
You see?
Can you see this red line up there?
Now it shows 46%.
No, I mean,
Okay, sorry. Then we need to share screen.
This one. Yeah.
This one, not this one.
This one. No. This one.
Wait.
No,
Sorry. Wait,
this one.
this one.
Oh, where it's the ESC?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean the ECS. Gotcha. Oh, okay. I thought
Can
you were
see it,
talking.
yeah?
I thought you were talking about something on all of those little doolally, diagram things. I know what you're talking about now. Okay, thank you.
You know, and when we press something, when we do measurement, it probably will say to us that we have to redo it again, because we start to move here all the programs. We will see if it works.
Okay. Now we will share again. This one, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, can you see this diagram?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've done this recording. Also, I wanted to say it's the usual question about on this measurement when we do the measurement, and this red line that it says ESC, yeah, ECS. That is in percentage. That should be like something in between 15 and 70. You follow me, somebody? Hello.
I think all can hear us and see everything.
The thing is, it's like gone already, so they didn't show it. So basically, sometimes it's don't start measure anybody. So it's like it shows 0.1%, and it's sometimes it is normal. So sometimes people do really not having any energy production, and you have to take away this mark from test of electrodes, then it will measure the person.
Then also important thing that if it shows on 0% every time, so it's something wrong with this cord. So we just can send a new one, but I don't think it's a problem.
Okay, so in that ECS red line, if it shows 0% there, is that what you're talking about?
Zero, then it's problem with the cord.
Yeah, but if it shows 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, it's like too low to start measurement. For sometimes it's like says that it's error, and it start to make noises. But it means that it's like just problem with the person. That the person is, the point is closed. And sometimes it's because of stress, some kind of problems with, energy. And then you take away this mark from testing or control electrodes,
signal,
and then it will continue measure. So it can be done.
You can continue measuring without the clamps on?
No, you take the clamps, but I mean, on this, when you do the measurement, it's like on ECG, is ESC.
Yeah, and alarm is going on, it's so you need to just take away the check.
But no, it's like really sometimes people do have problems with energy, so they will have very, very small circle. Here at Jan's we now see it's pretty good. The good level is like you see here on the screen, green color. Yeah, this is the norm that it should be in. When person is like have a small diagram, it means that the resources, all the resources are like getting all together. The person just have to accumulate these resources, and he cannot use any or let it go. So it's like it calls the situation, or it should like usually calls the condition like cats before attack. So when the cat's hunting or something, it's like gather all together and then jump. So this is, but Jan have a very good level. So everything within green line, and basically not too much sharp moments, or like, it's pretty round. Sometimes you have like very low, it's like going down, or high. So it's basically yin or yang. So it's acupuncture terminology. So if the meridian start to overactivate itself, or vice versa. So you have to see, for example, here it's little down, you press on this. Actually, this is the time when the meridians start working. And for example, meridian of liver, it works like at 2 o'clock in the night. Lungs, 3, 4. Colon or large intestine, it's like 5, 6, and so like you see the clock, the time. This mark, the red mark that is now written here.
It's time right now.
Yeah,
like, yeah?
It's right now it can be a little bit overactive. This meridian of kidneys right now is active. So basically it can be a little bit higher.
Oh, okay, so that red mark is when that organ is active, and since this test was done during that time period, that it would be likely for it to show overactive. Okay, I always wondered what that was.
Yeah, it can be easy, so it's like normal.
Okay.
And about all the meridians you can read here. So you press on the information about the meridian, and here it says like when it's activated and what it's done and what is like about. So this is little, a lot of information, but you can read it on your computers by yourself, yeah? Basically, when you go through all these meridians, you also go to emotional, we get the emotional state. This is basically a system that you can press here on the question mark, and it will be like explanation what is about, why it's low, why it's high. Sometimes the same with psycho-emotional state. Sometimes people in stress, so you can see how their system connecting to each other also. So we get emotional or sympathetic, parasympathetic system, everything have to be in balance. Otherwise, people are a little bit, anyway, Monicor will correct the person after, when we will start the treatment. But still, we have to find out why it's like, you just now Jan is balanced. But sometimes he is in stress. On this psycho-emotional status, it should say that person is like after stress or before or within, whatever. So you have to read it all here. Also, you can print the report to a client. So you press on this report and you can print it out. So it will explain,
or save to PDF.
Yeah, or save to PDF. So basically this will show you the semaphore, 5, and this shows the 5 yellow, average resources, then flashing green borderline, or high resources. High resources, it's like almost nobody have. I don't know, maybe you have met somebody, but I met only like few, and only after the treatment. But green, flashing green, it's already good. And then it's like you can give this information to your client. Then you go to run, you have to mark today's measurement. You mark it and then run expert system. So you go to the expert system, which will explain you what is like right now. The system is measuring right now situation in the body, and which risks it's like perform or something else. So we will check it. But you can always change it to this main. For example, if you want to see only this ones that is really high, or start to over activate, so you can change it here, interval ratings, and see only those.
Oh, I never understood that. Okay. So if you want to just show like the high ones, you go down there at the bottom and click to do that. Okay.
Or it's like this one, you press on 71. So he doesn't have anything like this. So we go to 51, for example, or we can change it to 0 and see everything.
Okay. Oh, great. Okay. Thanks.
And then interval readings. So we can see everything what is going on in his body. So a little bit spasm, but it's like just the Heim system, symptom of probability. It's like we start to, you know, look only on these 3 red colors that is going after 17. So we go, this is activations. The 0 numbers, it doesn't matter that it's low, it just didn't got any answer. So sometimes the device cannot measure everything. So sometimes it's like just missing the signals. So
oh, I'm glad you said that, because I always wondered, a lot of times my readings are 99 and 0 with a few little things in between. And so I never understood that.
99, it can be the sign of, you know, we here doing the measurement in Hatch, and this usual can be compatible with the electricity. So when you see it, always usually it is the stomach, because it works on this like 50 hertz, the same that is we have electricity. So it's always actually can show a little bit higher activity. So when it's 99, you have to also think twice. Probably it's just that you're reacting to electricity, but it's good. So you then you have to, you know, cover yourself.
Because I thought that was showing me that I have some meridians that are way overactive and then some that are very underactive, and that's why the 99 and the 0, but I never understood what you just said, so that's
okay. So you see, also you can print all the symptoms and everything, but we'll check all these ones. So he doesn't have any. Okay, we'll start here, for example. Then we go to organs and systems. Limbic system right now, it's like a little bit, see, 83, it's overactive activation of the limbic system. Basically, it is normal because we are performing right now, and he's like,
he's a
also,
guinea pig.
you can see what is like, yeah. But you can see thyroid gland, epiphysis, esophagus, spleen. So it's like not high, just heightened activation. But anyway, so within a few measurements, when you do, you have to see if this all the time on the top. So you have to maybe write down symptom treatment, little bit of magnetic stripes, download magnetic stripes, and do some extra treatment after you've done measurement and treatment by Monicor itself. So you can have like extra on those symptoms. Psychology also, we can see sometimes here on psychology, you can see aromatherapy. But for Jan, obviously there is no aromatherapy today. So
emotional tension, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the meridian systems. This one you were talking about, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, because these ones, because otherwise, if we will choose everything, it will be a lot of you know, meridians. So it's like millions. But we do check only those that is really high or didn't measures. But basically nobody, it's like only acupuncture people that is doing acupuncture, they're interested in these ones, but it's like the device is doing the treatment by itself, so you don't have to know which meridian, which point of meridian is like high or low. It's too most most active ones. Or if you want to do, wait.
Oh, it's just internet connection.
Can you still see us? We have internet problems.
Your voice went in and out a little bit. I don't know.
Okay. We have a little problem with connection, internet connection, but it's all right now, I think. Yeah.
So for those people who want to do treatment with the needles, this one will show you, it's like which points you have to activate or deactivate, or I don't know what it is like, but basically the device is doing it by itself. So it will do when we will start the treatment. Yeah, then we'll go out from here, exit. And now it's time to do the stress burn test to see which...
Victoria,
yeah?
if there's anybody new on the call, you may want to point out about the biorhythms where they can check and pull that up.
Yeah, biorhythms. Here, you press on biorhythms, and here actually it is a really interesting thing because it works all the time. So today Jan is physically, he started to recover, and he really was not feeling good few days ago.
Yesterday, yeah.
So this one physically line start to, here he was on the bottom, but now he started to recover. Basically, the best he will feel not on the top, but here, when you go through this line.
Oh.
And but on the top, that's like better and better and better. And here he will feel not well because it starts to go down. But here again normal, and again here it's the worst.
It's perfect. Worse.
Yeah, because you start to go down. Yeah. So you have to see how it's crossing this this line. This one.
I never knew that the line crossing thing was an important place to pay attention to.
Yeah, because it's like this one, when you're crossing, you feel. Here, you're already done, you know?
Right.
Here, you start to feel better, and here it's on the top, you know, and the same way. So, these few lines.
Intuition, intellectual, and...
now he is intellectual. Oh, you're smart.
Thank you.
Smart guy. And... physically and soon you will be feeling psyche.
Vika,
thank you.
Vika, could you please also just mention a bit about the brain's asymmetry?
Asymmetry. Also, yeah, so about the rhythms. Yeah, asymmetry. Here you can see which part of the, how you absolutely the same, you see?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just the half of the brain is working or something. You can see this kind of asymmetry. So it's not too much to say here, basically. But the most important is that these two green
should be the same.
Yeah, it's better to have those the same. If one is too high, one is too low. So basically, you are really in this balance. So it should be done a huge Monicor treatment and then checked if they start to be the same level.
But sometimes these can also be other colors like red and blue.
Yeah. Then it's like too high or too low. So now he is green, so it's they are absolutely symmetries. Internet. Do you hear us still?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because it shows that our internet is
down
low.
a bit.
Okay, then we'll do the burn stress test to remind you how to connect. We press on this one. So to connect the test with parasites and the virus, you take this external with this one. We cannot do it because
they will not hear us, yeah? What should we do?
Okay, we will talk first. We will connect.
We will try because maybe the sound will go from the webcam.
Yeah. So we put this one, new one on Jan right now, because we already connected it. But it's both variants are possible. So, but you have to have 3 electrodes all the time on the left hand. Then we choose which, for example, you don't know any. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, 3 here, 1, 2, and one another, and the same one. If you don't know what to choose, it's often happens. So you have to remember what says. It's like, for example, you have problems with the stomach. So you can search for the parasites or viruses that is special for stomach. So for this, you have to turn on the search and then start writing stomach, for example, yeah? And then press search. So here, it will give you some examples what you can, why you have problems with stomach. So you can press on it and read what it is about causing and liver, stomach. So you see this search word will lead you to this parasite or virus, cytomegalovirus. You can press on it, and you know, it's everything is explained here. But we will take.
Close that and move a little bit. Just, yeah. So now we need to check.
Yeah. Can you still hear us?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we we can choose up to 10 bacteria or viruses at one time, because it's like will be a little bit too much for the body to feel. It's like all the frequencies gonna be sent through your body and get this answer from the body. So if it will meet this frequency that will be sent through the body, it will be green color. So it will show that it's like either you have it or you have this frequency that you are really you can receivable. Is there some word like this?
Susceptible.
Yeah. How is it acceptable? Receptible, yeah. So,
susceptible.
Because sometimes, you know, it's like some people get a fever or some kind of inflammation or something when they were in the same place, and some not. Because either you can receive this because you have this frequency already, or not. So we will take like Helicobacter, Bacillus, adenovirus, cytomegalovirus. We'll take 4, but you can take 10, yeah? And then we'll connect Jan right now, but probably we're gonna disappear right now and we'll do the measurement.
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
No, I don't think so, yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Correct the camera a little bit. Ну, чтобы нас двоих, а что ты говоришь, тебя не слышно уже. Вова, О, что не могу. Yeah, like this. О.
Полдца мы.
У нас 10 минут осталось, можно 20. Скажи, что там в разговоре сообщалось. Да, не, хорошая штука, кстати. Видишь, сейчас важная инфа была. Это она же тебя спрашивала, слышала? Да нет, все нормально. Хорошо, сейчас вопросы. Давай закончим вопросы, да?
And also we could add that if you have measured 10 and they are all like red or yellow, so there are no greens, you can actually add and measure another 10. Isn't that right, Vika?
I think we can hear them, but they can't hear us.
Okay, great. Vika, can you hear me? No, you're right. You're right, Stira, she can't hear us. Oh, he's got some viruses.
So now can you hear us?
Yeah.
We can now, but while you were doing the test, we could still hear you, but it seems like you all couldn't hear us.
Yeah, we cannot, because we have this like here.
I just ask you, Vika, because when you've done the test of 10 and you get some, all of them are yellow or red or pink, you can actually measure another 10, can't you?
I don't think so. You cannot do any more measurements because it's still the frequency is gonna be sent through your body. It's better not to.
Okay, because Boris said we could if everything was in the yellow or pink or red.
You can do another measurement, but if you have the device, it's like better not to overload the body with this. It's like a lot of frequencies was sent through your body, and it's like answers also.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So yeah, and the important ones is those who that stands the first ones. Sometimes it's like a red one first, and then there is green ones. That is like not so terrible or whatever. But Jan was sick, really. He was not feeling well after the trip, and he got this. His immune system right now obviously not working well. So his risk of infection agent high. See this green color? It means that he can have this frequency. His system is not fighting for.
Okay. So if I understood you correctly, say with that top one, the one to pay the most attention to of all of those blocks, it's the first one?
Yeah. They are more damaging, you can say. So, and then the rest one, so it's basically here we actually the best one to do for Jan right now is to do the long Monicor treatment to recover his situation, plus to write down this magnetic stripe with the immune system correction. But also we can do the correction here, so we press the correction. If it's green colors, so it's always you can press correction. If it's no green colors, so it's no correction, because it doesn't need to be done. So here we can see this main points through which Jan is best to treat himself today. And it's on the right foot. That's why now we was using this one electrodes, but when you're using the usual ones with this one, yeah, with this that we was showing from the beginning, yeah, this one. So now we can take it from his arm and put it to his leg. Otherwise, he cannot put on the leg this one electrode. It's like will be painful for him. But it's like 72 minutes. It's too long time. Of course, you can sit 72 minutes and do the treatment, but it's better to write down it on this, compress it and write down it on magnetic stripe, and then he will wear it on that point of the that it shows on the picture. For this, you can press change the shim and then 10 compression.
6 minutes.
It will go to 6 minutes. Now he don't have to be connected to the electrodes because we will write down it on this magnetic stripes. We have a lot of those.
Okay, so that's a question I have. If because I did it this morning on myself, and I got it down to where the treatment would have been 7 minutes. So I didn't know if it would be of benefit for me to do the 7 minutes on myself, but then also program the strips to use for later on and sort of do a further treatment.
Oh my God, this sounds bad. We cannot take. I'll just.
I need to change here. Yeah.
We have the sound here on this treatment, but basically, when you compress time, so you don't do any treatment to yourself under this time.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Leave it. It doesn't. Can you hear us?
Okay, so you don't do both. You either do a treatment on yourself or you do the strips.
Yeah, when you compress it, you always do it on this one, yeah?
Okay, and so now are you going to put the, say if you were actually doing it, you would put the strips into the place and let it run for 6 minutes to encode on the strips?
Yeah, and then you have to wear it 5-6 hours.
Right. What's interesting is in the manual it keeps saying from 6 to 8 hours, but then in a message that I sent to Jan a few days ago, he said, you know, not more than 6. So
actually, you have to look also on the time that it was saying from the beginning. It was 72 minutes, right?
Yes. Right.
It's like 12 minutes, and you still write it down on this magnetic stripe. So it's 5 hours. If it's 200 minutes, then it can be 8 hours. See,
okay.
Like somehow you have to adjust it. So if it was not much time from the beginning, it should be like 5-6 hours or something, 5 maybe, even 4 or 5. But if it's 200 minutes, then it can be 8. It will not harm you even if you will wear it for like half a day, but still it's like when you do it and do it often,
okay.
So it's better to, you know, not, because it's like, it is really powerful treatment.
Right, okay. So, and then with each strip, you can only use it once. And so if you wanted to do a second treatment the next day, so would you record extra strips that time and throw away the ones you used that first day and then use the new ones the second day?
Yeah, the thing is with the parasite correction, you just have to do it only one day.
Okay.
But when you write it down on this symptom treatment, so you can charge up to 3 millimeters of these stripes and use it and use it and use it, because on the symptom treatment it's all the time the same frequency. Here we found out different frequencies. They will change within time, so next day it's not necessary. It's won't work. Okay, now it's 1 hour gone so fast, so we still was not doing the same the way we wanted. But we like to answer the questions, so of course all the time. So we will continue, of course, we will say which day with preparate and downloading and symptom treatment, and of course answering the questions. But now, some questions now, probably more. We have a couple minutes left. No? Anybody?
I think I've asked some of mine through the thing, so I got some answers.
It's like we just
In the manual, it says about when you're putting the strips on yourself or a person, it matters whether you do them lengthwise or widthwise. But Jan mentioned in the email that he didn't think that really mattered one way or another.
actually better to do it this the way I'll show it this way. The way it's like
Our taper goes, yeah?
a long way.
Okay.
Yeah, a long way. It's like by the flow of the meridian, not this way, up, standing up like this, not this.
Okay.
No, but it's better. It won't hurt anyway, but still, it's
Yeah, that makes sense. The problem I ran into was with the strip being so small, it's hard for me to tell if it's, placed on lengthwise or crosswise.
Yeah, but still, it's like the meridian flow like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No. That makes sense. I just couldn't tell from the size of the strip which way it was.
Yeah. It's not a big difference, but still, it's better. Yeah, something more? More questions? Or we will continue next time. Then we will start, prepare maybe questions. We will short go through, again, measure. Anyway, we have to measure again. And do then not stress test, we won't do anymore. Then we will do the preparatory test, and we will show you how to do the symptom treatment or the symptom, how you can prepare these stripes. Actually, these stripes are really popular right now at our, we are sending it to people often.
It's just chat. I just showed because he says
we're reading the chat only now. Okay, but then we will say thank you and see you soon.
Until next time, yeah. I think it will be like next week, yeah?
We will try our best.
Anyway, we will write the newsletter and with the link to next webinar. And Annette will publish also a link on the Facebook group.
Thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.